The more and more YouTube videos I watch, the more and more people I see complain about the platform, claiming YouTube is handled badly and doesn't support its creators, etc. However, practically every time I hear someone say this, I roll my eyes, because 90% of the reasons people hate YouTube are bad reasons. So today, I'm gonna defend YouTube against some of the common complaints I hear against it, and explain why YouTube does what it does. Now, keep in mind, I don't work for YouTube, nor do I know how it's run. These are just my opinions on the subject. But anyways, without any further ado, let's dive straight in.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
The biggest, most common argument against YouTube that you'll hear time and time again is that it has a terrible, heartless corporate algorithm. People will say things like, I made one underperforming video and now YouTube stopped recommending my videos. They're taking my livelihood. And yeah, that's sad. Not making enough money to afford rent or food is a terrible thing, but you aren't the center of attention. Yeah, YouTube isn't recommending your videos as much because they're recommending someone else's. And that someone else might also use YouTube to pay rent. So by complaining about this, you're essentially saying, I want to be able to pay rent, not you. Which is a very selfish thing to say, because whether your videos are good or not doesn't matter. Everyone is on YouTube, and everyone wants, and some even need, views. Acting like you're the only one here, and any decision the algorithm makes is specifically for or against you is a very self-centered thing to think. Also, something people don't seem to understand is YouTube has reportedly 720,000 hours of content every day. The chances of your video being better than all of that is slim. And that's just today. That's ignoring the fact that most people watch a YouTube video days after it was released. Point is, your videos might not be what people want to watch. YouTube doesn't know. YouTube doesn't know what the best video is. It's just taking a guess based on the information it has. This means if your videos start doing bad, why would it recommend them? If you get less than average views while YouTube is pushing your videos, then they'll stop and they'll start pushing videos that people are actually likely to watch. Because why wouldn't they? Why should they be needlessly biased in your and only your favor? That doesn't make sense. Also, a sub-argument people make about the algorithm is about what it wants. Whether it wants watch time, watch percentage, video clicks, people subscribed, comments made, or anything else, people will always get mad because there is no perfect answer. Let me just give an example. If you prioritize watch time, then low quality long videos will do best. Unedited let's plays are really easy to make in mass and can be fairly long, so they would do great, along with podcasts that are made to be long, or even something like ASMR, which is made to go to sleep to, aka you start it and it plays till it ends. You don't stop it. However, that would mean that short videos would do terribly. Animations, skits, or even just short reviews like I've done in the past. People would hate this, and they did hate it when it was a thing. So maybe try watch percentage. Well, that has its own set of problems. That would prioritize shorter videos. Even bad, unentertaining videos that are only a few seconds would do great. People would be guaranteed to watch 100% of it, even if they don't like it, because there's just not enough time to click off. And longer videos, like an hour-long video essay that might be very entertaining, might have people click off because they just have to do something else, and they end up forgetting about the video, leaving it unfinished. People would hate this too. So then what? Do we go by comments? Well, then controversial videos would do great, since people are in the comments defending or attacking opposing positions, while skits might not, because what would you comment? Haha. It would also be terrible for kids videos, since videos made for kids have comments off. Maybe you could go by likes, but a lot of people don't like, since they just forget half the time, meaning videos targeted towards older people who might remember to like the video more often would do better. Or maybe videos targeted towards other YouTubers, because YouTubers would know how important a like is. Oh, maybe we could use the like to dislike ratio, but then we end up with a Paddington 2 situation, where a pretty good video that has no reason to be hated would be voted far better than a masterpiece because that is more controversial on the basis of quality. Tutorials that actually work would be very popular because why would you dislike them? Where now controversial videos like political videos would do terribly. There is no best option. Really, the only thing YouTube can and probably should prioritize is how much money they make. Videos that have the most ad revenue. But then that might be against small channels since they might not be able to get ads yet. Also, music videos or ASMR videos, neither of which can add mid-roll ads since it would ruin the experience of watching them. This entire situation is annoying and there is no good answer, but to hate YouTube for it is ridiculous because someone has to get the short end of the stick, and sometimes that might be you. Another thing I see commonly hated on is the notification bell, saying things like, who would subscribe if they don't want to be notified? And things like that. Here's the thing. People have this thing called lives. I can't drop everything I'm doing just because Rhett and Link tried a new type of food. Sure, I want to see it when I have time. I don't want to be notified every time one of the hundreds of people I'm subscribed to post. I just want to be able to save their channel so I can go back and see when they do post. Oh, but what if I want to be notified of time-based events like live streams? Well, YouTube lets you set it so you're only notified when important stuff happens. That's great. Literally, as a viewer of YouTube, I'm so glad they added this. I can greatly lower the amount of notifications I get. And remember, if you want it, you can still just turn it on. Why YouTubers hate the bell and always want it to stay on is beyond me. You're admitting that you want to annoy your audience to see your videos even though they've specifically said they don't want to be bothered. Really? I don't even know what to say here. The argument writes itself. There is no downside to the bell. The only time it might affect your channel is if your audience doesn't want notifications. And getting mad at that is like a big brother getting mad that he can no longer bug his sister. Like, oh no, let me annoy you for my own personal enjoyment. The final argument I see of people getting mad at YouTube is their copyright system. And yeah, it's annoying. Videos get flagged with copyright infringement and you just can't make money from them. Even if you didn't break the law, you're still punished, and that's annoying. However, what else do you want YouTube to do? Do you want them to hire a lawyer to review each and every pirated episode of Phineas and Ferb uploaded to YouTube to make sure that it's actually a pirated episode of Phineas and Ferb? Like, yeah, it can be annoying to have your video taken down, demonetized, or just flagged for copyright infringement, but that's also about the best YouTube can do. An argument a lot of people make against the copyright system is it ignores fair use. Here's the thing, I don't think most of you actually know how fair use works. Fair use covers parody and critique, but most confusingly, it contains transformative content, which obviously means you can use Optimus Prime whenever you want. No, it means if you change something enough that it can be seen as its own piece of work aside from the original, then it's okay. Now, some videos obviously fall under fair use. Like, for instance, a lot of my videos are reviews. That's fine, it's critique, so yeah, all good. However, what about parody? A parody is supposed to be an exaggerated version of a copyrighted work used to make fun and mock itself. However, in most cases that I've heard the word used, it's used to describe song parodies, but how are these parodies? Take Fallen Kingdom for instance. It's a Minecraft parody that has nothing to do with the original song at all. It used the same tune and melody along with other musical terms I don't know of, but that's it. It doesn't mock or make fun of the original song in any way. It's just taking part of another song to make itself sound better with less work. Now yes, some song parodies are parodies. Weird Al's Fat is a good example because it's the complete opposite of what it's trying to be a parody of. Instead of being cool, you're fat. Also, they made the music video in a very similar place and situation. This is a parody. This is not, or at least in my opinion. But if you do count this as a parody, then where does someone like SML not count as a parody? He uses Mario plushies to make his short skit-like videos, or he did, till Nintendo forced him to stop. Now he uses custom plushies. Do you now see why this law makes no sense? How is taking a song and not mocking it a parody, but taking somebody's stuffed animal and mocking it not a parody? However, the most confusing part of fair use is what transformative content means. Can I upload the entirety of Shrek on YouTube? No? Okay, can I edit Shrek to be blue and then upload it? Probably not, but what if I cut out every single time the word ogre is said? Well, or what if I cut out every scene that Lord Farquaad is in? Or how about cut out every scene he's not in? What if I speed the movie up by 1000% and play it backwards, but every 5 seconds I show a clip of Shrek in a mud bath? How about now? I have absolutely no idea what transformative content means at all, but when talking about it, a lot of popular content may actually not fall under it. Take Let's Plays for instance. So we can agree that uploading all of Shrek is not fair use, but what about uploading all cutscenes in Telltale's Batman? Is that fair use? Because the game is basically just a movie with a few decisions to make. People only play the game to make the decisions and see what the outcome is and what the story is. But if I upload all of them on YouTube, then they might not buy the game. So is that legal? Okay, well, Telltale is just one company. Most of their games is just choose your own adventure style movies. Minecraft is probably the best example of Let's Play that is transformative. Any world you play in is probably brand new and unique to yourself. And what you build is yours and only seen in your videos. And people who watch Minecraft videos are more likely to buy the game, not less. So yeah, I can see how this is being transformative. But then take a game like Sonic Forces. You aren't really making decisions, you're just showing the exact level layout to your audience. Is that fair use? Okay, well, it's a platformer. People play platformers to test their skill, not to see new challenges. So showing the challenge challenge off won't hurt anything. Okay, well, what about Portal? Showing the solution ruins the puzzle. So are Portal's Let's Plays transformative? I have no idea. This is the problem with fair use. It's vague, and just because you think you didn't break any rules, the copyright holder and maybe even YouTube itself might disagree with you. But what is YouTube supposed to do? Stick up for you? Spend their money to bring the copyright holder to court to prove whether or not your video is illegally uploaded? Why? To save a video you made in 3 days? It's not worth it, not to YouTube. Basically, to sum up everything I'm saying, you are not the center of attention. The world doesn't revolve around you, and other creators deserve the same thing you do. However, YouTube can't possibly help out each and every one of you. So be quiet, sit down, and try and figure out how to work around the algorithm instead of complaining about how you want it to be changed specifically for you. So yeah, there you go. Before I sign off, I want to say YouTube isn't perfect. Many videos people think should be taken down aren't, and many that really should stay up are taken down. It's not a perfect company, but it's far from as bad as a lot of people claim it is. Also, I'd like to plug a video by Captain Disillusion real quick. He has a pretty fun video making fun of a lot of complaints people have with YouTube. It's actually pretty entertaining and has some interesting ideas in it. If you enjoyed this video, I suggest watching that one. Don't worry, I'll plug it on the end screen to make it easier to watch. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and goodbye. I've actually been meaning to make this video for a while because I just really wanted to talk about it because it's been annoying me. This wasn't the video I planned on making this week. I actually planned on making it a Smash Bros video, but I have no way of recording Smash Bros footage, and I can't find Smash Bros footage online, so I'm putting that on hold for now. So instead you get this. I hope you're happy with it.